Hey everyone, my name is Ashley and I work in the young adult department at the main library. And today, for our summer reading theme, Tales and Tales, I'm going to be sharing 5 really cool manga series that have also been adapted as anime series. So that if you prefer reading and watching, just reading or just watching any of these series, you can do so in whatever method you prefer. Of course, all of these titles are available at our Charleston County Public Libraries, so make sure you come by and check them out or place a hold on our digital catalog whenever you have the chance to after this video if you're interested. So with that being said, all these series do have animal creatures in them. I do have it ordered so that we're going from like normal animals to a little more fantasy inspired stuff, so you know roughly what kind of story you're getting. So, that being said, we'll start off with actual real animals, perfect for Tales and Tales. And that is the Silver Spoon series by Hiromu Arakawa. And this is a perfect slice of life story that follows a young teenage boy named Yugo. And Yugo kind of decides on the whim that he's going to join agricultural high school. And he's mostly doing this to escape his problems in the city. So, like, at first, he's not acclimating well to this. He does not know what he's doing. It's very funny to see. But as it goes on, Yugo realizes he begins to really enjoy and become a part of this rural community he's in now. And the whole series is kind of character driven and follows Yugo's journey as you get to see him get comfortable and learn more about himself and life through the agricultural high school. Like I said, this is a really fun slice of life series. It can be very comedic at times. And of course, you get classic farm life along the way. You get cows, which is amazing. So definitely one to pick up for any age. And I think you'll all really enjoy reading, watching, or doing both with Silver Spoon. So next up, perfect for readers that are younger, a lot of our younger readers come by and pick up this series, is The Complete Cheese Sweet Home. This series is by Kanata Konami. So this series, like I said, is a really cute, really funny series. And we follow Sweet Chi, who is a newborn cat that gets lost from their mother really early on in the series. And it seems like all hope is lost until a young boy and his mother find Chi and decide to take them home to their apartment. But what Chi doesn't realize is that the apartment doesn't allow pets. And so Chi is now in this really funny scenario where the mother and the boy are trying to hide Chi, and there's so many comedic slice of life moments throughout the series. It's really heartwarming and sweet and funny, and this is perfect for a family to read. This is perfect for younger readers, older readers. If you're just looking for a bright story, this is one to check out. The anime is also really cute. It's really short, so you're not involved in a huge time commitment. And it can be something you watch just to pick up your mood as well if you have less time than you might to read. So definitely a really interesting one to check out. And there are these huge, nice little complete volumes of the series in our collection. So you get more of the manga in one sitting than you would traditionally. Next up is an arguable classic in the anime and manga community. And that is Fruits Basket, written by Natsuki Takaya. This one is well known by many fans, especially shoujo romance lovers. And this one is kind of a fantasy, magical, realist twist on the animals, but it becomes really interesting. So the story follows a young orphan girl named Toru Handa, whose mother died quite a while ago. And she ends up finding herself camping out in this rich family named the Soma's grounds, essentially, because her grandfather kicks her out of his house. The Stomas discover her pretty quickly, but they're like, okay, you can stay as long as you help us around the house and clean and stuff, because it's a bunch of young men who live in the Soma household. But Toru quickly discovers that the Soma family has a secret ancient curse. They all are members of the Chinese zodiac, and whenever they're hugged by the opposite sex, they turn into the animal that they represent in the Chinese zodiac. It is really funny at first. The first book in the series especially is just such a laugh and so much fun. And as the series progresses, it does get more emotional as you explore the characters and their pain and the curse, but it still has a lot of lighthearted romance alongside the way. And this one actually has 2 anime adaptations. So there is an earlier one from the 2000s that was really popular. And recently, in the last year or two, they started remaking it, and they're following the manga, I think, more closely. So if you're into the more trueness of the story, you might want to go from the manga to the second adaptation of Fruits Basket, but both are really enjoyable. Next up, with another kind of fantasy magical realist twist, this one taking place in Great Britain rather than Japan, we have The Ancient Magus Bride by Kore Yamazaki. So this one is following another orphan, but it's a really interesting kind of Beauty and the Beast / Studio Ghibli twist. So I think if you're more of a fan of those kind of stories, you'll enjoy this one as well. And so in this story, we meet Chise Hattori, who is a penniless orphan who has an unnatural ability to see the fae and other magical creatures, which has led to her being abandoned by everyone she knew and loved in her life. And she ends up being bought by Elias Ainsworth, who is the magical dude you see right here on the cover. And he is a really renowned, powerful mage. And so he buys her, but he doesn't buy her to own her. He actually buys her to give her freedom. And he begins to train her to be the powerful witch that he knows she can be. And essentially he treats her like family, which is something she hasn't had in quite a while. But what she doesn't know is that he actually intends to marry her. And so the story not only follows her being this really cool witch and their little family bond, but you also get to explore their relationship and how that evolves over the course of the series. And of course, you get fantastical friends in this one. You get fairies and other magical creatures. And of course, Elias himself is this really cool skeleton dude, like there's so much going on that's awesome here. So if you prefer more whimsical creatures for your animals this summer, this is a perfect one to pick up, and the anime adaptation of this is marvelous as well. Couldn't say better things about both books. They're really just enjoyable series, no matter how you consume it. And then last up, and I personally would be remiss if I did not mention Sailor Moon by Naoki Takeuchi, because Sailor Moon features what is perhaps one of the most iconic animal characters in manga and anime, and that is Luna, Sailor Moon's pet cat, who is the one who tells Usagi, the young high school girl who's living a completely normal life. Luna tells Usagi, hey, you're Sailor Moon, and now you're going to help find the long-lost Moon Princess and the legendary Silver Crystal. And Luna is Usagi's guide as she works through her alter ego as Sailor Moon and joins on with other Sailor Guardians throughout the series, which, if you're a fan of the series, you know it becomes much more complicated and there's way more involved. But Luna is really just the greatest. I can't think of an anime animal who does more than Luna or is more exasperated than Luna sometimes than Usagi. But it's really just a wonderful series. And I also wanted to mention our new Eternal editions of these. If you haven't seen these yet, they're really cool. They've blown up the original manga size so that it's this huge collector's edition. And the really neat thing is throughout the series, they illustrate a lot of the old original art with color. So you get really nice moments like this where you can see for the first time some of these characters in beautiful full color scenes. And it just makes the reading experience that much more enjoyable. Personally, I found it really, really unique. So even if you've read Sailor Moon, come back and check out this version, and I think you'll be really happy to go down memory lane or to explore it this way the first time because it's just fantastic. And with all those recommendations being shared, like I said, all of these are available in our catalog and you can come get them physically, but they have great anime adaptations to go with it. And you can watch them instead if you want, and that's totally cool. And you can come talk to us at your favorite branch about it, and we can all gossip about all the cool animals and creatures that show up in these series. With that being said, I'm Ashley, and I hope to see you more with more Rex next time. Have a great day.